My question is regarding if I can claim any sort of compensation against the police, the CPS. Basically, I ended an abusive relationship about 18 months ago, and it was a very messy breakup, and I was very distressed, and I called. I was very distressed. I was suicidal. I called 999 for my mental health. I ended the call, and then the police came round my house, and they were looking after me, and I was very distressed, and they decided to call my next of kin, which was my ex-partner, and I don't know quite what she said on the phone, but I was then arrested and put into a police cell for 36 hours. I was cautioned for harassment, and then I was arrested a total of twice again and charged with stalking, and it's been going on for a year, and it was only finished in June this year when I went to court and got found not guilty. But the whole ordeal has really affected my mental health. I haven't been able to work. Found it all very distressing. I just wonder if there's anything I can do.
What's your question for me?
I just wonder if there's any claim or compensation that can be taken against the police for my mistreatment. All
right. So your ex-partner, first of all, you said you were cautioned. Now, if you're cautioned, it means when you are cautioned, it means you accept that you have done something wrong. A police caution is only issued if you admit you are in the wrong.
Okay, I didn't quite understand. I mean, at the time, I was literally shaking. I was in a really bad state of my mental health. I'd been in a cell for 30 hours, so I probably wasn't in the best place.
Are you sure? Because normally you can't be held. My understanding, I'm not a criminal lawyer, but my understanding is you can't be held for more than 24 hours normally.
I think it was just above that. It was around 30 hours, yes.
Okay. So you were held for 30 hours. You presumably, even though you didn't understand what you were doing, admitted that you'd stalked or harassed because you accepted a caution for it. Am I right so far?
Yes.
Then after that, separately, you were prosecuted for, what was the exact charge, Jacob?
It was for stalking.
And this would be a separate incident of stalking, because if you accepted a caution, you wouldn't be prosecuted for that. A caution. I believe
the caution was for harassment, and then I was charged with stalking.
Which presumably, I know you were found not guilty. Presumably, you denied it, and you're truly not guilty.
Absolutely, yeah.
Now, I'm assuming that your ex-partner gave evidence against you in court. Is that right?
That's right.
And she was disbelieved by the jury, one assumes.
That's correct.
That means that your ex-partner reported to the police that you were stalking, whether truthfully or not truthfully, and a jury found not truthfully. If someone is accused of stalking by a partner, do you think it is wrong for the police to prosecute and ask a jury to decide who's telling the truth?
No, not at all. But my question more is directed in, I called 999 I was hoping to get medical help for my mental health issues, and I was put in a police cell straight away based upon what she said. And
sorry, Jacob, when you called 999, did you ask for police or did you ask for ambulance?
Ambulance.
You asked for an ambulance, yet the police came?
Absolutely, yeah, because there was no triage doctor available. They sent out 3 police officers who sat with me whilst the doctors were coming, but they were sitting with me for about 2 hours, and then they decided to call my next of kin, which was my ex-partner.
Okay. Jacob, look, I'm not a criminal lawyer. You need to speak to the criminal lawyer who represented you in court, because they will be able to advise you on whether you have a claim against the police. But I would be astonished if you did have a claim against the police. It sounds to me like they were doing their job and doing exactly what they should be doing, which is that you made a call, but then they had complaints against you from your ex-partner. I don't know what she accused you of, but it sounds like it was serious. And they did what they were meant to do. They brought a prosecution where you've got a he said, she said situation. It needs a jury to decide.
Okay. All right, thank you.
But listen, Jacob, I repeat again, I'm not a criminal lawyer. I think you should seek advice on this from the lawyer you use. Did you ask them, by the way? You must have asked them whether you could.
I haven't done. No, it was literally I thought of it. I was listening to your show. Actually,
I see. Okay. Well, I'm glad I generated the thought. It's certainly worth picking up the phone and speaking to the lawyer who represented you for the last 18 months. But I don't think it's going to go anywhere. I'm sorry, Jacob. And I'm sorry you went through such an absolutely horrible 18 months and you've suffered so greatly with your mental health, but you're out the other end now, and I hope things do improve.